We're all looking for a powerful reminder that will make us more aware of death. But make no mistake, the worst death is the one that occurs during your lifetime. While you're moving around, playing, working, think you're among the living just because you're still on earth, when in truth you're dead, and those you consider dead are actually very much alive. They're happy while you think they're inert. They're living in pleasure while you think they've decomposed. And you think you're at the top, at the peak of glory, at the pinnacle of life. You may believe you've succeeded in life because you got married or had a child, because you have a good salary or bought a house, when in reality, you're nothing more than a corpse living in dust. Why? Because you don't take care of your time. You use your time only for your body and to satisfy fleeting desires. And because of all this, you have forgotten what is essential. This is death in Islam. Truly, my brother, my sister, and when I address you informally, I am speaking to myself. Know that you have no free time. If this is all you must understand today, I swear by Allah, you have had a successful day. As a member of this community, and especially young people, it is our duty to constantly work to become better and make society better. You don't have time to play video games, linger on social media, hang out in stores, watch movies and TV shows. That is death. We have no free time, because our time has been allocated to us to do things much more important than all that. To bring good, to be useful, to improve ourselves, to be even more generous, more patient, more modest, more loving, more forgiving, more gentle, more tender. You know the names of Allah without applying them to yourself. You implore Al-Halim while you are brutal. You implore Al-Karim while you are a scoundrel. You can't even fast to feed the poor. You implore Al-Rahim while you are not compassionate. You implore Al-Wadud while your words have long since lost love. There is only hatred, only rage. We are not asked to have our religion on our tongues, to know it like the back of our hands. We know nothing by heart. We know everything by heart. We have Muslim first names and the characteristics of unbelievers. Know that the time you have left, every second that passes, that Allah has given you, is for you to live this religion, to live through the names of Allah, to acquire these qualities at your level, to accomplish great things, to be ambitious, to work hard to build something before leaving. We must be much more demanding of ourselves. Not because I tell you to, but because your own conscience should tell you so, because your faith should tell you so. Convince yourself that you must be an active person, not a person who talks a lot, but a person who acts. You were not asked to be known, to be seen, but to work in the shadows and be famous with Allah. This is real life. We witness the corruption, the degradation of our society. We see with our own eyes every day our loved ones, our youth, who are moving away from Allah. Who will invite them to the right path? Is it the Imam? No, they don't come to the mosques, and Imams don't leave the mosques to seek out young people. Imams, scholars, have no way of reaching them. It is you who must reach them. They are your friends, your loved ones. They hang out with you, not with them. Go to them. Be an inspiration to them. Be a light. By correcting yourself, you will correct others. By enlightening yourself, you will enlighten others. By educating yourself, you will educate others. By improving yourself, you will improve others. If you make sincere efforts on yourself, for yourself, Allah will use you to guide others. You will be a cause of good. You will have a positive impact, an effect on people's lives. You will reconcile, you will calm, you will relieve, you will help. No matter the area, that is what it means to be alive. What defines the quality of your life is nothing other than your actions. People celebrate their birthdays. They believe this day means something in their lives. They make this day a day of joy. Yet each day that passes is one day less. Time is running out and ticking by in a dizzying countdown. Why are we happy about this? On the contrary, we should be sad. Imagine, you lose 100 euros. You're not going to celebrate because you've lost money or something that means something to you. Why then are we so careless when it comes to our time? Allah, that's what death is. The worst thing that can happen to us is to be unaware of the value of the passing of time, because time is our life. Imagine that every year you receive a letter from Allah, a letter in which He tells you how much time you have left to live. Imagine that you open this letter and it says that next June it's over. You won't make it through the summer. How would you react? What would you do? You would finally enjoy your life. Do things that are important to you. Get away from trivialities. If you are a believer, you would use this time to be good, to do good, and not to do harm. Why? Because you are certain that when you die, it will be too late, everything will be over. Allah has warned us of this. With the passage of time, man is surely doomed, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds, and enjoin one another to truth, and enjoin one another to patience. It is only a matter of time to understand this verse. We grow up, we age, and Allah willing, we will grow old. And you know what? When you are old, you will cry. You will regret those years spent in entertainment that was harmful to your physical, psychological, and spiritual health. You will realize that the party is over. Now you must think and reflect on how you will spend the time you have left. What will you do? What will you avoid? What will you forbid yourself? What will you abandon? What will be useful to you? What will be useless to you? What is interesting, good, or obligatory? What isn't? Look to the future. Forge your own path. Rather than being a spectator who thinks they're free just because they chose one of the movies that was showing at the theater. Rather than being that person sitting in their armchair eating popcorn, be the actor in your own movie. Rather than submitting to your destiny, think about your destiny and take initiative. Otherwise, you'll be subject to the passage of time, and that's death. Tonight, don't stay up all night in front of the TV or on the PlayStation. Go to bed early. And before you sleep, calculate. What are you going to do this month, next month, this year? You need to have a plan, a program. Decide this year to change one area, 2 or 3. You'll see that you'll become better day by day, year by year, because that's the goal, to become better, be healthier, be smarter, be more sociable, more serious. Human beings are always seeking to grow, and for that you need a plan. Because building a house without a plan is doomed to failure. The house won't stand. Everything will collapse. Make your life a masterpiece, a work of art, a rare work, and it all starts with this plan. You must have a long-term vision. You must have that conscience that shines deep within you, because know that if you don't have a plan for yourself, others have a plan for you. And wallahi, the human beings and the shayateens who surround you will be merciless towards you. They will tear you apart and nothing will remain of you. You will be a shadow of yourself. You will be dead. Intelligence is that which calculates, who takes care of their time, who doesn't let others play with their life, who has a personality, who is indecisive, and who doesn't follow blindly. Who doesn't trade their reason for the wrong reasons. What is the purpose of your existence? What do you want to lead your life toward? How do you intend to use your time? Hassan al-Basri said, "I've known people, speaking of companions, who took care of their time the way you protect your money. Only a madman would burn banknotes, or an alcoholic like Gainsbourg. But in truth, he who wastes his time is worse than he who burns his money. We will ask nothing but time from the angel of death, and death cannot be postponed with our money, but it will come when our time is up. The people of the graves are not people who no longer had money, but people who no longer had time. Conclusion? The most important thing is time, not money. And you have this time today. Now, truly, we are rich. Why are we looking elsewhere? What are we actually looking for? Take stock. What have you done? What could you have done? What should you have done? And after reviewing the positive and the negative, weigh everything on a scale. If you're in the red, regret it, cry, ask for forgiveness. Then dry your tears, gain strength, and make new resolutions. And do it seriously. You have to write it down. You have to be precise. He who makes a program and imposes discipline on himself will only succeed. But he who wants to change the world by dreaming, the whole world will change him. He will become what he doesn't want to be. He will go where he doesn't want to go. Because in this life, you either pull or you are pulled. So now, we must wake up from this lethargy. We need a surge of pride. We need to slap ourselves with pride. We need to stand up and act. And the most beautiful thing we can do when we're young is to study and learn, to understand what's happening around us, to avoid falling into traps, to learn lessons, to avoid certain mistakes and thus save time, to understand, to be able to act effectively, to understand what death truly is, to understand what real life is. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's live a life worth living, a beautiful life. He who kills his time is killing himself slowly. The intelligent one is he who is aware that he will be judged. If this reminder has taught you a lesson, don't forget to subscribe to support me. See you in the next video, inshallah.